Hello everyone, welcome back. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my Serbian AK-47 pistol today. This is the M92. I got a new best grouping on this rifle. I got a nice grouping of 3 inches today. Okay, so it was a 5-shot grouping, and I got 4 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th shot was like right here. I measured it before I took it off the paper. So over here you can see I have a nice 2-inch group cluster. Okay, and then when I measured it with the shot that came off the paper, I was just inside of 3 inches. Okay, so that's 3 inches on this AK-47 at 100 yards, and this rifle has an 8.5-inch barrel. Okay, so that's an 8.5-inch barrel, getting this 3-inch group. So what I did is I shot it again, and in this group, again at 100 yards on the 8.5-inch barrel, it opened up just a little bit to 3 3/8. Okay, so it was a little bit more than 3 1/4, a little bit less than 3 1/2. 3 3/8 at 100 yards on the 8.5-inch barrel. Now, what's significant is that a couple of weeks ago, when I was testing out my Romanian wasser, okay, that has a 16-inch barrel, and my best grouping on that was 3 inches. Okay, which I thought was pretty good. But this is getting that same 3 inches on the 8.5-inch barrel. So this is spectacular. Okay, so that's the Serbian M92, often called as the PAP. What I did with this gun is when I first got it, it was just a pistol. It did not have a stock on it. It had wood furniture on it. So I added the SB brace on the back, and then I upgraded this with the Midwest rail. I added the red dot on top, and I put the blast diverter in the front. This is very important if you like shooting short barrel AK-47s, because without that blast diverter, the gun is uncomfortably loud to shoot. Okay, this blast diverter directs the noise downrange, and it makes it sound more like a regular AK-47. You know, it makes it a little bit more enjoyable. Before I upgraded this, I rarely shot this, and since I upgraded, I really enjoy shooting it a lot more. So I shoot it a lot more. So this is a very worthwhile upgrade to do, and the Serbian guns are very solid. You know, I mean, just working the safety, you can feel how it's, you know, it just feels really good. If you shoot a lot of AR-15s like I do, it takes a little getting used to the trigger. It's just, you know, the trigger feels a little bit wider, a little, you know, it just gotta get used to it. So, you know, it took me about 4 groupings. But the first grouping that I got, well, actually, the first grouping was kind of, you know, half of it was off the paper. I needed to adjust my, I needed to adjust my red dot. The second grouping that I got, you know, I got a 3.5-inch cluster. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one way down here. So it was like a total of 6 1/4. Okay, but I had that nice 3.5-inch cluster, so I knew that I could do better. And then what I did is I adjusted my red dot over a little bit. Okay, and that's when I hit the 3-inch the 3-inch grouping. But it still was a little high. I should have adjusted a little bit lower. But I did it after this. I adjusted it lower. And then that's when I got the 3 3/8 grouping. Okay. Now another cool thing to know about this AK with the 8.5-inch barrel is that when I ran this through the chronograph, I got an energy of 1,200 foot-pounds. Okay. Now when I shoot the full-size AK, right, my Romanian, it has the 16-inch barrel, that gets 1,500 foot-pounds. Okay, so 1,500 on 16 inches versus 1,200 on 8.5. I'm only losing about 300 foot-pounds, and at 1,200 foot-pounds, you know, it pretty much shooting almost at the same power as a full-size, well, not full-size, as an AR-15 with a 16-inch barrel. You know, I'm not gonna say full-size because some people consider a full-size AR-15 a 20-inch barrel, but this 8.5-inch barrel is delivering almost as much power as an AR-15 with the 16-inch barrel. So that's really cool. So my opinion is, if you're looking for a short barrel rifle, right? You know, or an AK or an AR pistol, okay, this is a good place to look, because you're not, if you're shooting the 7.62 by 3.9, you're not losing a lot of power in that short barrel. Okay, so you're still able to get the 3-inch groupings out at out to 100 yards, and at the same time the ammunition is still fairly cheap, because if you go with if you want to do a short barrel, like if you want to do a short barrel on an AR-15, the best option is really to switch over to the 300 Blackout, which has the same ballistics as the 7.62 by 3.9. But the problem is with the 300 Blackout, you're paying almost 3 times, what I'm paying for this Wolf Performance, because that's why I got this 3-inch group for today. I was shooting this Wolf, actually it says Wolf Polyformance, 123 grain full metal jacket. So it's a lot cheaper to shoot 7.62 by 3.9, versus 300 Blackout. So that's why, I think that that this is a better choice. Cheap. Being able to shoot cheap is very important. I mean, you see me, shooting some of these tight groups. Part of the reason why I can hit these tight groups is because I shoot a lot, and part of the reason why I shoot a lot is because, I shoot ammo that's cheap. So shooting cheap ammo will get you better than trying to shoot expensive ammo, because you're able to just practice more. Okay. So those are my thoughts on that. That's the Serbian AK-47, M92 PAP, as often people will refer to it, and then it's got the SIG brace on it, okay, and then it's got the Midwest rail and the Midwest blast diverter. It's got a primary arms red dot on it. At some point I might upgrade that to a hollow sun, but it's working pretty good, and it's getting, it's getting those 3-inch groups. So if you guys have any questions, comments, please post them. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not a member, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.